really happening with the market? I mean, Kunal and I were just chatting that yesterday's closing and day before's closing at an index level was exactly the same to the point decimal. But then again, within the index, there's so much volatility. What's happening within mid and small caps is just so stock specific. Actually, the entire market has become so. And that mammoth FII selling, yesterday's print was more than 6,000 crores.
Well, that is to be expected. You've got three things going. One, we are the cusp of the election result, in the next 2 weeks. A, B, large part of the earnings are priced in. 3, China's coming back very strongly, and I would expect some part of the large FI selling to go to ETF flows in China. Now, all that bodes well in the sense that the weak money will be out, and we'll have flushed the system, which was anyway looking very, very toppish at 22,800. However, the resilience yesterday was the mid-cap index. I mean, look at how metals came back. Look at how PSUs, pulled back with REC. So I think this is a market which is giving an opportunity. We were very clear that we are overbought at 22,800 and the index on the Bank Nifty at 50,000. We've seen a lot of cleanliness now. I think another day of volatility next week, I think we should be up and about. Maybe today also. Yesterday I told you we'll close in the green. We did manage that. Today again we should have a much better day than yesterday, notwithstanding the weekly expiry. But aside from the index, it is to focus on stock-specific ideas where we think there is going to be a lot of money to be made, particularly some of the select PSUs in the metal counters and private counters, which are looking very, very attractive.
I'm going to come to those stock ideas in just a bit, but your erstwhile favorite L&T, tell us how's it that you've digested the numbers, because I can see brokerage after brokerage is actually cutting their price targets this morning, and they're saying that the weak parts of the guidance do not really come as a surprise. If there is weakness in L&T, do you recommend buying into the stock then?
Well, yesterday also I opined that large part of the good news will be in the numbers. Now, obviously at such a big base, L&T is arguably the largest infrastructure player. You cannot but have profit booking because it's been a darling of a stock which is overowned by most as far as institutions go. So there will be this conversional downside. I have been tracking L&T for years. Whenever the results come, there is a downtick only to be caught up and bought when it corrects by 4 to 5%. And that is what I think will be the case now. Now, obviously, there will be a little bit of slowdown, but look at the way ABB, Siemens, the new launches of the manufacturing funds which are coming, particularly HDFC and a whole host of, I think all opportunities will be buying because the liquidity is the sheer factor. Nobody wants to miss out on the manufacturing. However, we feel L&T will be a market equal weight. FMCG and metals are something which we are more bullish on right now, where the opportunity lies better.
Okay, speaking of L&T, let's hear it out then from the management speaking as well, as they reported a higher order inflow. Let's hear out what they had to say regarding their projections down the line and the Q4 numbers.